In so many of your works, there's a kind of underlying emotionality. I'm glad that you mentioned emotionality. Many times I'll hear a Libby Larsen piece and I'll say, well, of course, that's exactly, she's hit it exactly. Do you have folks come up to you and say, of course you hit the emotional core of that piece right on?
Well, yes, as a matter of fact.
And that's important to you.
It's very important. It's also quite humbling. Uh, it's important because I really do try to look for universal, essential human emotion, that kind of emotion that music can express, where words may stumble. So it's important to me that a subtext of emotion is conveyed. I can't control what emotion it is. I can only suggest. So I feel, okay, the work that I'm doing and in my craft, that feels validated. But then the word humbling, for instance, I was doing a residency in another state, and we were out to lunch in a diner. And a man who was at the next table who wasn't part of our group, when we rose to leave, he came over and he introduced himself. Lovely, and he said, I'm so glad that I saw you because I want you to know that on the day my mother passed away, I played your music all day long. I was dumbstruck, which is not usual for me.
Your secret is safe with me.
Yeah, and I the humbling quality is that dealing with notes and pitches and rhythms and I think, oh my goodness, I am dealing with an art form, that does deeply touch human emotion, and I cannot take that cavalierly, nor can I ever own it.
She's Like the Swallow has a beautiful tune. It's a folk tune from Newfoundland,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You've chosen to write a brand new tune to these words. Talk about that.
She's Like a Swallow is of course a very, very well-known folk tune, and it has a very rich fabric around it. When I was doing my doctoral work, I had the great good fortune of studying with Ellen Steckert, folklorist, and almost changed my doctoral work into folklore. She was so influential. But studying with her, I came across many tunes. Among them, She's Like a Swallow. And that particular tune, there are camps around that tune. There is the Peacock camp of the tune that most people know, which begins with a fifth D.
She's like the swallow.
That's it. And then there is the Albert Sims camp, where the tune begins from above and is in major, whereas the Peacock is more in minor. So the Sims is da 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 da. I started in the major and went more towards a modal minor. And that is based more in the Sims camp than the Peacock camp. I prefer that she comes from above.